God, dude. We might need to get under the vehicle. Look there! Oh shit! Okay. What the? Bro, that was a...
Walking alone into the woods at midnight is never easy. The feeling of fear can creep in at any moment. But what if, in that darkness, you suddenly come face to face with someone, or something, you were never meant to encounter? That's exactly what happened to Jasko in his very first upload. Jasko is a paranormal investigator and the creator behind the Jasko channel. Together with his friend Chris, he dares to step into places shrouded in chilling legends, all in the pursuit of uncovering proof of the unseen. This time, their journey led them deep into a sinister forest, once the hunting ground of a serial killer. But instead of just eerie silence, they found themselves caught in a whirlwind of aggressive paranormal activity, testing their courage and threatening their safety with every passing moment. It was here that Jasko and Chris set up camp in what they grimly call the serial killer's forest.
This is our campsite for tonight inside of this forest. Now, this is no ordinary forest, guys. This is a serial killer's forest.
Without wasting any time, Jasko immediately recounts the dark history of the place.
These body parts scattered all throughout this forest that have never been found to this day. Now, apart from that, there are still so many more terrifying stories attached to this place. So many dark things have happened here, from the mafia dumping bodies into a body of water nearby, to a doctor doing twisted methods of medicine and surgeries and practices upon its patients.
Legend has it that human remains are still scattered throughout the forest. The spirits of the victims are believed to appear often. Visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures, hearing terrifying screams, and whispers that linger in the dark.
Apart from that, it is notoriously haunted. Some of the things that people experience here are, for example, seeing shadowy figures.
They begin their investigation by exploring a lake notorious for its haunting legends. There, they come across a campsite that seems to have been abandoned only recently, still scattered with personal belongings left behind.
Whoa,
a jacket?
Bro.
What?
Truck prints right here. No lie, those are truck tire prints.
Oh, dude, they were parked right here. You could see where they backed in and left.
Okay.
From the spirit box came chilling words, like murder and I have killed, as if revealing that a brutal tragedy had taken place not long ago, right where they were standing.
Homicide.
Wow.
Bro, homicide, the lies I told, blunt weapon. It's literally painting. I really don't... I have killed.
I have killed.
As they searched through the abandoned area, they were startled to find a rabbit-like doll hanging from a tree, along with an animal trap. The discovery seemed to signal that someone with strange intentions had only recently been there.
Bro, dude, there's a croc out here.
Cursed.
The cursed croc.
Oh, good.
But no, dude, bro, what if this thing is cursed? What is this?
Fuck. Okay, hold on. Don't touch that. Do not touch that.
No?
Is it a trap or something?
Oh, bro, what would you do?
Yes.
The atmosphere suddenly turns chilling when a horrifying scream echoes from deep within the forest, followed moments later by the crack of a gunshot so close it makes your hair stand on end.
Oh shit! Okay. What the? Bro, that was a... Bro, that's a... Oh shit! Chris, give it a gun! That's a gunshot, that's a gun.
Are you good?
Yeah, go.
Gripped by panic, Jasko and Chris rush back to their truck to escape, realizing that the danger stalking them comes not only from spirits, but possibly from a very real human threat as well.
Stories that we've uncovered about this place, but not only that, we're gonna open a Dybbuk box. You know, a haunted box that,
Back at the campsite, Jasko introduces an object believed to heighten the night's terror, a haunted box he purchased online. He then reads a chilling description stating that the box is inhabited by the tormented spirit of a mystic named Mia, with strict warnings that it must never be opened, disturbed, or destroyed by fire.
I'm reluctantly offering this haunted box for sale, an artifact I've kept sealed and undisturbed ever since it came into my possession. This is no ordinary object. It carries a dark, heavy energy unlike anything I've ever experienced before, and I strongly advise against tampering with the wax seals or removing the talisman. Whatever is attached to this object is active and it does not want to be disturbed. Purchase at your own risk. So that's warning number 1.
A chilling omen appears. Right as he reads the warning, a heavy downpour suddenly begins, even though the forecast had promised a perfectly clear night.
No.
This isn't good.
No. This is not good at all. This is really bad. Bro, this is as bad of an omen as I've ever seen. Oh God, okay.
Despite the warnings, Jasko recklessly opens the box. At first, it looks empty, but moments later, a ghostly scream echoes through the campsite, shaking the entire area.
What the
Dude.
No way. Chris.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
You opened the box.
Okay, you're telling me that scream was from the box?
The spirit box confirms Maya's presence, leaving them horrified as they realize that something has been unleashed into a forest already filled with dark energy. Cautiously, the two make their way to the crumbling remains of Dr. Steuben's old house, where the spirit box once again delivers grim messages.
We'll be here soon, casket. How the hell do we get to this house now? Because can't even see it from the road at the moment.
He murdered them.
No. Chris, can you hold this for a sec? Oh my God, what is going on right now? We're at the doctor's house.
Amid the rubble, they come across an old doll with a chilling presence, along with several faded photographs of children, believed to be remnants of the doctor's victims.
I have a bachelor's degree in computer science, and here I am in the forest.
I mean, to be fair, that shows you. What is it?
It's a photo.
Is it really? Sorry, I don't have my glasses on.
Their investigation suddenly comes to a halt when a pair of glowing eyes pierce through the darkness, accompanied by the sound of something moving. The chilling encounter forces them to retreat and leave the site under the cover of night.
What is that?
Oh shit. I see that.
As soon as they return to camp, they're shocked by a terrifying discovery. The cursed box is gone from their tent. In a panic, they search the area until they finally find it in the fire pit, consumed by flames, a clear violation of the warning that came with it.
Oh shit! No. That's not it.
Are you sure?
Here, can you hold this for a second?
Are you serious right now?
I don't think that's it.
Are you positive?
With a chilling tone, the spirit box issues a warning, deepening their fear that some presence, whether human or something else, had entered their campsite while they were away, leaving behind a message filled with dark threats.
This is not good.
Why?
Universal time.
What am I looking at?
Look in the fucking fire pit. I think we do need to save ourselves. I don't know if I want to stay here anymore. I don't like that. That makes me very uncomfortable.
More are coming.
We don't need any more bad luck in our lives.
Despite being haunted by a series of terrifying events, they try to get some sleep. Their peace is quickly shattered when Jasko wakes to the unmistakable sound of footsteps crunching on gravel, circling their tent in the pitch-black darkness.
There's something walking around our campsite. I heard that right now. I can hear footsteps on the gravel. It literally sounds like somebody's walking.
The sound of footsteps continues to echo for several minutes, serving as a chilling reminder that an unseen presence is watching and stalking them.
You're like walking on the gravel. I don't know what it is or who it is.
On their final investigation, they drive to the notoriously haunted cemetery at exactly 3:15 a.m.
We are here at the cemetery. If I roll my window down, you can actually see there's a light in the distance.
The paranormal activity unfolds quickly and aggressively. As they play a game of hide and clap, they are met with a loud clap that seems to come from right beside them.
Yo.
What the fuck? What the
Bro.
Chris. That was like right here. That
I know,
was.
it's right here. What the fuck was that?
Jasko chooses to walk through the cemetery alone, but as he steps among the tombstones, a terrifying, inhuman growl erupts from the darkness, forcing him to run back to the truck.
What was that?
What was that, Chris?
What was that? What?
What the hell was that?
Someone does not want us here right now.
No.
Someone does not want us here.
I'm not going in there. I'm not going in there. That didn't sound human.
At all.
I was trying to be respectful, not going in there with equipment and stuff. Fuck
I
that.
assume the camera would have been too much for them.
Amid their escape, a chilling whistle echoes, like a final, haunting farewell from the entity that haunts that land.
Let's get the hell out of here. Guys, something isn't right here.
The most terrifying aspect of this investigation isn't a single event, but the relentless and seemingly intelligent nature of the haunting. From the screams and gunshots at the lake, to the box being burned, to footsteps circling their tent, the entities in this forest appeared to be actively hunting and tormenting the investigators. Every action felt calculated, responding directly to their movements and intensifying whenever they got too close to the truth. While mysterious sounds might be dismissed as coincidences, the combination of physical evidence, direct communication through the spirit box, and a series of events too perfectly aligned to be random makes this footage truly frightening. The presence of the mysterious white truck and the discoveries at the lake further suggest that the dangers in this forest are not only spiritual, but potentially human as well. This serves as a stark reminder that when you enter a place with such a dark history, you can never know what truly awaits you in the shadows. Even stealth camping in an urban environment carries its own set of risks. What happens when someone decides to spend the night in an area known for its high crime and unpredictability? This is the story of one of the most intense and well-documented urban camping experiences. Meet Ian, the adventurer behind the YouTube channel Ian on YouTube. Through his content, he shows life as it really is, raw and unpolished. From peaceful nature hikes to the harsh reality of sleeping in his car, Ian gives his viewers a unique perspective on his journey. But one night, his effort to create exciting content brought him face to face with real danger in his own city. The day began calmly with a hike, but as darkness fell, the atmosphere shifted dramatically. After finishing a late-night shift at work, Ian decided to take on a challenge for his subscribers, surviving the night in what he described as one of the most dangerous places he had ever been.
So I just got out of work, and what a day I had. I got a couple stories to share with you guys. This is a very, very, very bad area. If you look right now, this is where we are. There's a liquor store here that's closed. There is another liquor store here, and if you go around the corner, there's another liquor store right there.
Around 2 in the morning, surrounded by shuttered businesses and a heavy, unsettling silence, he began searching for a spot to set up camp. He knew very well that he was entering an area filled with uncertainty. As he drove along the dimly lit streets, a growing unease crept over him. The neighborhood already had a reputation for being dangerous. The constant movement of strangers and the presence of what he described as unique characters were clear signs that this was no place to let his guard down.
I'm starting to get pretty sketched out. My city's pretty ghetto. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this probably isn't the best idea. There's a lot of foot traffic, a lot of interesting characters.
All he really hoped for was to find a safe spot to make it through the night without trouble. But every option he came across, whether a filthy narrow alley or a deserted street corner, carried hidden dangers, feeding the unease that kept gnawing at him.
I'm not going to camp here. There's no way. There's just so much bad going on. I've just been sitting here kind of observing for a second, seeing what's going on, And there's no way I survived the night out here without getting a broken window or something. This is insane. No, definitely not this dirty alleyway. I can't believe how bad my city has gotten. It was relatively nice before when I was a kid, but now it's just an absolute dump. And it's really sad to see like the city you grew up in just turn into like a...
In the end, he chose a supermarket parking lot, a small space that felt a bit safer in the midst of all the uncertainty around him. To fill his stomach late at night, he made a simple grilled cheese sandwich in the back of his car. That ordinary little activity stood in stark contrast to the tense atmosphere unfolding just outside his window.
Now, I don't have the best track record of doing this, but I'm going to give it my best shot. And we are going to see if I can make a grilled cheese sandwich in the back of my car. This is the strangest thing I've ever done in my entire life, bro. Got out of work, I went on a hike, I'm here in a parking lot at 2 a.m. making grilled cheese in the back of my Kia Forte.
Before doing anything else, he made sure every door of his car was locked tight. A simple step, yet absolutely crucial, considering the area was still active even in the middle of the night. The faint click of the lock served as a stark reminder of how thin the barrier was between him and the dangers that could be lurking just a few feet away. Although the night passed without any direct incidents, the experience left a deep impression. Ian was constantly weighed down by a sense of pressure, as if something could go wrong at any moment. The distant echoes of the city, the shadowy figures moving in the background, and the awareness of where he was created a tense atmosphere that was anything but restful. Unlike the wilderness, where fear comes from the mysteries of the unknown, the terror in the city is rooted in something far more real: people and their unpredictability. You can never truly know what's behind someone's intentions or how far desperation might drive them. Fortunately, Ian's vigilance, along with a bit of luck, kept him safe through the night. His experience stands as a chilling reminder that sometimes the scariest place isn't a lonely forest, but the heart of the city when the world has gone to sleep. The call of the wild is often tied to peace and solitude, yet the deeper one ventures, the more it becomes clear that being alone is only an illusion. What seems like a simple camping trip can quickly turn into a chilling experience. Tonight, we'll dive into a story that might make you question just how safe a lonely road really is. Meet Natasha, the creator behind the YouTube channel Quest Out West. Living in her Dodge Grand Caravan with her 3 beloved cats, she shares her journeys while encouraging viewers to face their fears and push beyond their comfort zones. But one night, her search for a remote campsite forced her far past that comfort zone, leaving her genuinely shaken. Her adventure began in Squamish, as Natasha set out to find a quiet place to spend the night. Relying on her GPS to guide her down a secluded service road, her initial excitement slowly gave way to a growing sense of unease.
I'm starting to get a little nervous because we seem to be driving out a lot further than This is a pretty narrow road, quite bumpy, and I'm not sure what this...
The path she was on grew narrower and more dangerous, with a steep cliff yawning just inches from her tires. There was no room to turn back, and a chilling realization set in. She was trapped on this risky road with no way to retreat.
I can't turn around, and that is a steep cliff. I don't know if you guys can really see this.
Before long, she reached a fork in the road that forced her to make a tough decision. One sign pointed toward a paid campground, while the other warned that the path ahead was closed and no longer safe to travel.
Warning, road deactivated.
Watching another vehicle bravely take the forbidden path, she felt tempted to follow, a choice she would soon regret. As she attempted to climb the steep hill, her tires lost traction, causing the van to slowly slide backward toward the edge of the cliff.
My God, use extreme caution. Oh my God. Okay, no, I don't know, man. Okay, and the car is like literally slipping backwards.
Gripped by fear, she quickly abandoned her plan, her heart racing after narrowly escaping disaster. At a small pull-off with a stunning view, she decided to stop for a moment. But the beauty of the scenery quickly faded, replaced by an overwhelming sense of danger. Her vehicle was parked precariously close to the edge of the cliff, and a horrifying sight below only deepened her fear. The wreckage of a car that hadn't been as fortunate as hers.
That is stunning. But at the same time, I'm concerned that in the middle of the night that we're going to accidentally roll down the hill or something. Or maybe even just get hit by somebody else coming down this road. Would not be good. Is that a crashed plane? I don't think it's a plane, but it might be a crashed RV. Somebody that actually did go off this edge. So, it's an authentic fear.
At that moment, a strange and unsettling sound echoed from deep within the forest, carrying an unnatural tone. The noise was so alien that the only thing she could compare it to was the creature from the movie Predator.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Is that supposed to be a bird?
As she unloaded her belongings, a wave of vulnerability swept over her. Every item she pulled from the van felt like an added burden that could slow her escape if the source of that sound suddenly emerged from the darkness.
I'm doing this, I realize how I'm becoming increasingly more vulnerable as I take stuff out of the van. It's not like I could just slam the door shut and take off, because I gotta put all this stuff back in the van. And then I'm hearing this weird-ass sound from the woods.
As the night grew darker, fear wrapped tightly around her. Every rustle of leaves and snap of a twig made her flinch in panic. The haunting sense of being watched refused to fade until she finally realized that staying there was not an option.
It started to get dark pretty fast, so I scrambled to finish my food and then shove everything back in the van. Now it's getting pretty dark, and I really just want to get out of here. I don't want to sleep here for the night. I'm just too creeped out. Every single little noise that I heard, I was like, oh my God, what is that? Is that a bear? I just can't.
In a panic, she quickly threw her belongings back into the van and sped away. But her nightmare was far from over. On a pitch-dark highway with no lights, a truck suddenly appeared behind her, tailgating dangerously with its high beams blinding her vision. The driver's behavior grew more aggressive, nearly forcing her off the road as she tried to pull over, turning her desperate escape from one danger into a tense confrontation with another, equally terrifying threat.
A truck starts driving behind me, really right up on my butt, like tailgating me, and with his high beams on or whatever, and he's doing it on purpose. And I'm going like 85 in a 90. It's not like I'm going too slow. I'm just going too slow for him. And I saw a turnoff for a lookout, but he was right on my ass. I couldn't even slow down, so he almost ran me off the road, and there was nothing else I could do.
Still shaken and exhausted, Natasha finally found safety in the familiar Walmart parking lot. What she had imagined would be a peaceful night in the wilderness had instead turned into a series of nightmares. The strange noises from the woods had unsettled her, but the most immediate and terrifying threat came from another human on that dark, empty road. A chilling lesson that sometimes the most dangerous predators aren't the ones hiding in the trees, but the ones behind the wheel. Traveling solo on a road trip can bring an intoxicating sense of freedom, but that same freedom often leads you to remote, unfamiliar places. The question is, what happens when the sun goes down and your only companion is the darkness itself? Tonight, we'll uncover a chilling story from the wilderness, one that just might make you think twice about ever camping alone again. Meet Teao, the creator behind the YouTube channel, My Name's Teao. Alongside his loyal companion, Lars, he documents their journey, sharing the raw highs and lows of life on the road. His content spans it all, from the chaotic energy of bustling cities to the calm beauty of untouched landscapes. But during one cross-country trip, Teao found himself in a situation where the silence of the forest felt far more menacing than the noise of any city. After a long, exhausting day on the road, Teao set out to find a place to spend the night. His search led him to what looked like the perfect spot on the map, a dispersed campsite hidden deep within the vast Talladega National Forest in Alabama.
We found this spot, Talladega National Forest. From what I've read, it seems like it's got dispersed camping. It's an hour, it's like 50 minutes away. But if I go to this national forest, Talladega, I looked it up, and tomorrow I'll have an hour and 10-minute drive to get to Atlanta. So it gets closer. So we're gonna go check it out and see if we can find.
Confident that his long day would end with a peaceful night, he headed into the forest. Yet, he could never have anticipated the oppressive darkness that awaited him. As Teao arrived at the campsite, a wave of unease immediately washed over him. The area was eerily silent, shrouded in a thick darkness so dense that even the beam of his headlights seemed to vanish into the night.
Super sketchy. This is the campsite, apparently, and I can just park, I guess, anywhere. I don't see anyone here. But also, I just got this off of Google, man. It is pitch black dark here. I know this is like normal for normal people, but I mean...
The campsite was nothing like Teao had imagined, far from the warm, inviting rural setting he had hoped for. It felt empty, abandoned, and deeply unsettling. Even as an experienced traveler who had taken part in conservation tours, Teao began to doubt his own confidence. He was used to traveling in groups, but here, the intense silence and isolation were truly frightening. The situation grew even more tense when he realized his headlamp batteries were dead, leaving him with only his phone's flashlight to cut through the suffocating darkness.
And I'm gonna have to crack the windows because it is hot. I was gonna put the tailgate tent up, but it's just so dark I can't even see. I don't have batteries for my headlamp. All I have is AA. I thought I was good with just the AA. Nope, needed AAA for the headlamp. Yeah, I guess we're just not gonna do that. So we're gonna try to cool down. I don't know how to keep the mosquitoes out when I open the window. Maybe like spray the window, maybe they'll...
Trapped inside his vehicle and unable to set up camp properly, his van transformed from a place of shelter into a small prison. Every tiny sound from the surrounding woods now felt like a potential threat. He was completely vulnerable, alone with his thoughts in a place that offered no sense of safety. Even as Teao tried to calm himself by watching a movie on his laptop, the feeling of being watched never fully went away. Who else could be out there in the dark forest? Were the sounds he thought were people earlier really other campers, or something far more frightening? The night passed without any major incident, yet the psychological strain of extreme isolation and exposure left a lasting impression. Sometimes the scariest threats aren't ghosts or mysterious creatures, but the chilling awareness of your own vulnerability. For Teao, it was a stark reminder that in the wilderness, you are completely at the mercy of the unknown. Fortunately, he made it through the night unharmed. Yet the memory of the suffocating darkness in Talladega National Forest is sure to shadow his future travels. Driving at night can feel isolating. Darkness conceals unexpected dangers just beyond the reach of your headlights. But what happens when the road ahead suddenly reveals something that shouldn't be there? We're about to witness two terrifying roadside encounters captured on camera. Footage from a driver's dash cam begins on a seemingly normal dark road, but as they continue toward the campsite later that night, it quickly becomes clear that this is no ordinary nighttime drive. Almost immediately, a terrifying white figure appeared in the distance, seemingly holding a cane. Tension escalated quickly as the car slowly approached. The figure began limping straight toward the vehicle, its movements strange and menacing, causing the driver to panic audibly. The driver's fear was palpable, as the figure continued advancing without regard for the moving car. Desperately, the driver shouted, trying to make the figure back off, but it had no effect. The suspense peaked as the figure drew even closer. Suddenly, it let out a horrifying shriek aimed directly at the driver, a sound that defies logical explanation. To this day, it remains unclear what exactly was captured on video that night. Some experiences leave us with mysteries that are hard to explain, but the following story serves as a stark reminder of how quickly an ordinary moment can turn into a life-or-death situation. The threat they faced wasn't supernatural, it was real and terrifying. A camping trip that was meant to be a peaceful escape from daily life could quickly turn into a nightmare. What happens when both nature and humans reveal their most frightening sides? This time, we'll witness a story where a calm getaway transforms into a fight for survival against not one, but two serious dangers at once. Meet the creator behind the YouTube channel, Kayak USA. He invites viewers along on peaceful fishing and camping adventures, highlighting the beauty and serenity of the outdoors. His videos usually offer a relaxing experience, packed with gear tips, fishing techniques, and the simple pleasure of spending a night under the stars. However, on one particularly intense trip, he and his cousin Dylan found themselves in an extreme situation far beyond anything they had prepared for, capturing a real-life nightmare on camera. The day started like any other adventure. The creator arrived at Lake Gunnersville, a favorite camping spot in Alabama, ready to set up for a few days of fishing.
We're going to head to Gunnersville this morning, pick out a camping spot, set everything up. It's going to be a hot one today, but I think it's going to be worth it. Spend the next couple of days out there catching some fish. Myself out here camping. This is my favorite place to camp in Alabama. And if y'all remember the last video when I got the hook in my hand, that grass patch over there is where it happened. They always blow up topwater there early in the morning and right before dark.
Sunlight shimmered on the calm water, setting the scene for a peaceful weekend. He quickly set up his tent and organized his gear before his cousin, Dylan, arrived to join him. The campsite looked like a paradise, right on the edge of the lake, seemingly miles away from any danger. The first sign of trouble came in the form of distant, low rumbles of thunder. As the two waded in the water and began fishing, they noticed the weather slowly starting to change.
So we just checked the radar, and apparently we have a storm headed our way already, but it may miss us. If you look over there, those clouds, it's raining on the other side of the lake, but I feel like it's going this way. Holy cow, y'all. So I don't know how much I just filmed of, out in the water. Me and Dylan were both just waiting and fishing. And look what just rolled up on us. Look at this. It is pouring. And that's only a few hundred yards away. It is white capping out here on the water. Look at this. This just came up out of nowhere.
The storm was approaching, but at first they thought it would pass them by. That assumption was quickly shattered. The sky suddenly darkened with a menacing tone, and what seemed like a typical storm quickly escalated into a brutal, terrifying force of nature. Within minutes, the wind was howling, the lake churned with white-capped waves, and sheets of heavy rain driven by fierce gusts slammed down onto their campsite.
We've had something pop up on us right here, and it is bad, y'all. I don't know if you can tell, but we're inside of this gazebo, holding it down, and it's picking me up. Holy shit. This is nuts. This is nuts, y'all. I hope that pole holds up.
Oh my God, dude. We might need to get under the vehicle.
Dude, I've never been in something like this.
This is horrible, man. I haven't either. We probably need to be under our truck.
There ain't no doubt.
If this tree comes down, it's going to hit us.
Panic quickly took hold as they scrambled for shelter, gripping the gazebo poles with all their strength to avoid being swept away by the raging wind. The tornado's force was so intense it nearly lifted them off the ground. This was no ordinary storm. This was a deadly display of nature's power. Wood and debris flew through the air, accompanied by the terrifying crack of splintering timber, as a massive tree crashed down just a few steps from where they stood.
Hey, that tree just went down. That tree just went down beside us. Guys, I think we are in the middle of a tornado. My kayak is beached.
His kayak was ripped from its mooring and hurled onto the rocks. They found themselves caught in the heart of a whirlwind of pure destruction. Just as quickly as it had arrived, the tornado passed, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. The cousins, shaken but alive, surveyed the wreckage around them. Their campsite was completely destroyed, and a massive pine tree had fallen exactly where they had originally planned to set up their tent, a chilling reminder of just how close they had come to death.
Of a tornado right now or not, but we just had to hold that down. Whatever just hit, it took this tree down where I was going to park. Look at this. It's completely uprooted. I was really worried about these that were up under here. My kayak is completely underwater. Thank goodness I didn't have my... Look at this. This is where we were going to park. We changed our mind the last second and parked down there. We wanted to park right behind the bathroom, and we decided to go a little bit further. This was going to be our camping spot, right where this tree's laying.
I want y'all to see what just came down. Look at that. That's beside Dylan. This is where we were going to camp. And right there is where we're camped.
But shortly after they tried to recover from the natural disaster they had just survived, an entirely different kind of chaos erupted. The next morning, as they sat by the lake preparing breakfast, the calm was suddenly shattered by the screeching of tires.
Oh my God, it is! Holy dude. All right, y'all, we have a high-speed chase. Oh my God. He's in a Prius. Oh God, he's going around that van. He's going around the van. Are you kidding me?
A red Prius sped across a nearby bridge, weaving dangerously through traffic as police cars roared in pursuit, with sirens blaring. They watched in real time as a high-speed chase unfolded, shattering the brief moment of calm they had just tried to enjoy. Having survived a devastating tornado only hours earlier, they were now confronted with a completely different kind of threat: human recklessness in the form of a dangerous pursuit. What began as a peaceful camping trip had turned into a chaotic mix of nature's fury and human risk. The creator and his cousin quickly packed up their ruined campsite. The memory of the storm, combined with the adrenaline of the chase, would remain etched in their minds forever. You can prepare for bad weather, but a tornado that strikes without warning is unpredictable. Even more unnerving, after surviving such a terrifying force of nature, they faced an entirely different danger. This story serves as a stark reminder that danger doesn't follow a script. Fortunately, they walked away unharmed, but the experience stands as a powerful warning. The beauty of the wild comes with a brutal and unpredictable side that should never be underestimated.